Alright, so in today's video, the greatest player of all time will be returning to professional hockey, but instead of going back to the NHL, he's going to be going to Europe. That is right, boys. Wayne Gretzky is back. He has seen what Jaromir Jagr has been doing overseas, and he wants in on that action. But instead of going back to the NHL, where he's already conquered and done pretty much everything you can do, instead he's going to head overseas, going to Europe. He's going to play on 5 different European teams and 5 different leagues. So basically, he's going to get passed around like the hockey team passes around that one girl to every single player. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to play in Europe. I don't even know what team this is. I can't pronounce their names, but I believe the team name is called the HC Vita Hasten. I am totally butchering that name. Now, obviously, Wayne Gretzky is going to start on the very first line. He's a 97 overall. I have no idea how he's not a 99, but overall, this team doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's some high overalls here, like a 67, 67 again, 66. So hopefully we can see Wayne Gretzky absolutely dominate and lead his team to a victory in the playoffs, winning whatever trophy it is that you win at the end of the season in this league. By the way, this is all the teams that are going to be in the league. I have no idea what the league's called. It's like Hockey Slovenia or something. There's a lot of European teams here with a lot of European names that I cannot pronounce. I mean, Mora, Ike, Moto. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that name is. Like, what is that? HC Vita Hasten is at the bottom. Hopefully this is not a power rankings because we need this team to go on and win a trophy at the end of the year and be in the playoffs. So at the end of season number 1, the HC Vita Hasten are going to end up finishing second in the league. They're going to go 32, 10, and 2, only playing 52 games, but I mean, they were kind of far from first place. They had 120 points while we had 108, 35 wins to 32. Right, it goes wins, losses, overtime wins, and overtime losses. There's 4 different categories. If they should add an overtime loss as well, I believe it's 3 points for a win, 2 for an overtime win, and 1 for an overtime loss. Obviously, no points for a regulation loss. Wayne Gretzky is going to absolutely dominate, as he should, as he scores 77 goals and 123 points, followed by Jimmy Anderson, who had 11 goals and 49 points. Roth had 39, Soderberg 35, Backhoff had 27, Tobias Sandberg, who is our goalie, went 28, 9, and 6 shutouts and decent stats overall. I mean, nothing off the charts, but those are not terrible, especially the 6 shutouts. That's definitely carried our team. So obviously Wayne Gretzky is going to lead the entire Liga, or whatever the hell this league is called, in goals with 77 and points with 123. The next closest would be 56. Daniel Brodin had 56 and 34 goals, so he did score a lot of goals. Marcus Kruger was up there with 56, Woods 52, Lundgren had 50, Anderson 49, Pearson was up there, Elliott was up there, Ostlund, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And for goals, it was not even close. I mean, this guy had 34, which is pretty good year. I mean, in 52 games, 34 goals is not too shabby, but Wayne Gretzky obviously dominated with 77 goals. Dickinson had 23, Kopeka had 21, Ogren had 20. Then it kind of drops off from there, where we have 19, 18, 18, 17. You get the point. Right now, there's a preliminary round where I don't think we play in because we made the playoffs, but these two teams need to play each other and get into the playoffs. We're just going to wait for those matchups to be done, and then we'll get our first round matchup, boys. So there are going to be 3 different rounds, a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and then the finals. In the very first round, we're going to play this black and yellow team. I don't know. Vic, that's what their name is. It's Vic. So let's see if Wayne Gretzky can absolutely carry this team to a European Cup, whatever the hell it's called. And just like that, we are in the finals of this European Hockey League. Again, the name is very challenging for me, but regardless, we are going to be in the finals against the DIF, the Diffs, baby, the Hockey Club Vita. So can we go on? Can Wayne Gretzky go on and win his very first, conquer his very first European Hockey League in his career? And there you go. Wayne Gretzky has absolutely carried this hockey club all the way to the European Cup, or the Stanley Cup, whatever the hell you want to call it. I do not know the name of it, but what I do know is that Wayne Gretzky is a European champion, conquering 1 hockey league so far. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky, why is he wearing number 97? I literally turned off retired jersey, so he should wear 99. EA Sports, please fix your goddamn game. It's not that hard to get Wayne Gretzky to wear his goddamn number, his iconic number. Iconic, whatever the hell it is, 99 is his number. There's no retired jerseys. There's a Stanley Cup. They're presenting it to the Hockey Club Vitas, and here comes the great one, Wayne Gretzky, coming to lift the Stanley Cup for the 5th time. time in his career, 4 times with the Oilers, and now 1 time with this hockey club from Europe, as he is again a Stanley Cup champion and conquered the first hockey league in Europe. 4 more down, boys. And there it is, boys. We are the playoff champions, the HC Vita Hasten. Now for the playoffs, Wayne Gretzky is going to absolutely dominate. 16 goals and 36 points. I mean, honestly, I thought he could do a lot better considering he's not even goal per game in the playoffs. 16 goals in 19 games, 20 assists is good, but the 36 points. Oh man had 13, Hroth had 12, Eriksson 11. Now obviously Gretzky is going to have the most goals at 16 and the most points at 36 in the entire playoffs. It was not even close. I mean, Östlund was kind of close, 10 goals and 21 points, but I mean, Wayne Gretzky is definitely going to take the cake. Claesson had 20, Anderson 17, Salminen had 14, Soderberg, we know the deal. Alright, so for the next hockey league that Wayne Gretzky will be joining, it's going to be the Extra Liga. That is right, I believe it's like a secondary Liga league. Secondary Liga league? What am I even saying? And conveniently enough, this is by 100% accident, boys, but I have put Wayne Gretzky on the same exact team that Jaromir Jagr is playing on in real life. I believe they're called the Kladano something. I just thought their logo was very cool, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll put him on that team. And then I go to look at their roster and edit their lines, and would you look at that, Jaromir Jagr still kicking it. He's a 79 overall. Jaromir Jagr is going to be playing on that first line with Wayne Gretzky at a 97 and Kubik, who's a 57. Thomas Plekanec is also here too at a 79 overall. So there's no reason that this team cannot go all the way and win the Extra Liga hockey title. I think we should do it with a 97 Gretzky, a 79 Jagr, and a 79 Plekanec. Boys, I cannot even lie. The Ice Pop Prime is actually not that bad. It tastes pretty goddamn good, I will admit that. Logan Paul is still a scumbag though. Alright, so at the end of year number 2, the Kladano Rickety... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so at the end of year number 2, Kladano is going to end up finishing first in the entire league as they go 33, 9, 7, and 3. The HC Sparta are going to come in second place. Malada is going to come in third. SEZ Motor is going to come in fourth. I don't even know the rest of these teams, boys. But I mean, we were by far the best team in the Extra Liga. It was not even close. We had 116 points. The next closest would be 94. Wayne Gretzky is going to absolutely light the Extra Liga on fire. 80 goals and 137 points. Followed by Jaromir Jagr's 22 goals and 60 points. Whoever hell this guy is had 39. Plekanec had 38. Dachin 37. Prohaska had 27. Now, the only reason that I know how to say this guy's name is because there was a UFC champ called Yuri Prohaska. Kihar's up there. I don't even know the rest. Melka had 19. So not a lot of points outside Jagr and Gretzky, of course, absolutely carrying. Now, for the entire Extra Liga, obviously Gretzky's going to have the most goals at 80 and the most points at 137. Roman would come in second place with 61. Jagr had 60. Lantozzi had 55, or actually 56, my bad. Heika would have 46. Peck had 45. Sedlak 44. Vranka had 42. And for goals, I mean, it was not even close. Nobody would even score 25 goals. Meanwhile, Gretzky had literally 80. That is absolutely insane. Jaromir Jagr overall had a pretty big season. 22 goals and 60 points is not bad. Now, here we are, boys, in the playoffs. Up in the first round, we have the Hockey Club Montefield, or whatever the hell their name is, MHK. Obviously, the Extra Liga still has the same format as every other hockey league in Europe. There's a quarterfinal, semifinals, and then the finals. So let's see if Wayne Gretzky and Jaromir Jagr can go all the way, winning another Stanley Cup, but this time for the first time together. And just like that, Wayne Gretzky and Jaromir Jagr are in the Extra Liga finals up against this team, which I have no idea what their name is. Their abbreviation is TRI. So hopefully they will try their hardest to beat Wayne Gretzky, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see if Gretzky can go on and conquer another hockey league in Europe, this time teaming up with Jaromir Jagr. And just like that, Kladano is going to go all the way with a group of Wayne Gretzky, Jaromir Jagr, Thomas Plekanec, as they are going to dominate their opposition in the Stanley Cup European Cup final. It was not even close, and just like that, Gretzky and Jagr now has become a dynamic duo to be reckoned with. One of the greatest duos of all time. It never happened in the NHL, but it is going to happen in the Extra Liga, baby. There we go. Somehow Thomas Thomas Plekanec is going to go on and take home the Conn Smythe for Kladno, not Wayne Gretzky, not even Jaromir Jagr, but fucking Thomas Plekanec. The dude still has a face scan too. That is the funniest part of this. There it is, Stanley Cup being passed around Europe, just like that girl gets passed around the football team or the hockey team, any sports team. We all know that one girl that does that. Regardless, here we are, Wayne Gretzky coming to collect the Stanley Cup for the 6th time in his career. 4 times with the Edmonton Oilers, 1 last season in a different hockey league in Europe. And just like that, he's conquered another hockey league, European Hockey League. 2 down, boys. 3 more to go. Let's do it. All right, so for the playoffs, Wayne Gretzky is going to finish with 22 goals and 37 points, also 15 assists in only 18 games. So a very good playoff run by the great one. I have no idea how Thomas Plekanec is going to win the Conn Smythe. Jaromir Jagr is going to have 8 goals and 18 points. Plekanec's had 5 and 18 as well, so he was not the best player on this team in the playoffs, not even close. Gretzky is going to have the most goals at 22 and the most points at 37 in the entire playoffs. Jagr will come in second place with 18, then Plekanec, Sedlak at 17, Frolik 16. Yet again, Gretzky is absolutely dominating. It says he's 28 years old, but in reality, he's more like 55, I believe. He's close to 60, is he not? All right, so Wayne Gretzky now is going to be taking his talents to the Ice Hockey League, playing for the Red Bull, baby.
Because Red Bull gives you wings.
We already knew that, but what we don't know is if Wayne Gretzky can carry this team all the way to a Stanley Cup. And there he is, boys. Wayne Gretzky on the first line, still a 97 overall. And honestly, this team doesn't look that good. There's a lot of 50 overall players here, so maybe we did not choose the best team in the Ice Hockey League. Maybe it's one of the worst teams. So let's simulate and find out if Wayne Gretzky can carry this team all the way to a Hockey League championship. So at the end of the season, no surprise here, as the Red Bulls are going to end up finishing first in the Ice Hockey League as they go 37, 7, and 4, 7 overtime wins and 4 overtime losses. Second place will be Migros, then the HC Pastorel, Wolfie. Oh my god, these names are so ridiculous. Some of these names will literally crack me up, man. I can't get over it. Now, surprisingly enough, Wayne Gretzky is not going to have that great of a season. I mean, he did have 52 goals, but only 96 points. Second place will be Henrich at 50, Genoway had 44, Wukovitz had 34, Looney 28. But I mean, I still can't get over Wayne Gretzky. I mean, he was goal per game, but only 44 assists for 96 points. How did our goalie do? Our goalie went 32, 5, and 3, 3 shutouts. Decent stats. It wasn't the greatest, but not the worst at all. For the entire Ice Hockey League, Gretzky still is going to lead in goals with 52 and points with 96. Second place would be Henrich at 50, who was his teammate. Let me know in the comments if anybody thinks Bradley Martin can actually beat a UFC fighter in a street fight. I'm going to say absolutely fucking not. He is 260 though. Lebar had 44, Genoway 44, Glazy had 41. That dude is glazing hard. 41 again and kind of falls off after that. So there was a couple players that actually played very good throughout the season. I mean, there was only one guy that was point per game, and it was on our team. I'm pretty sure he was a line mate of Wayne Gretzky, but we are going to get to choose our first round matchup out of these 4 teams. We could choose the Black Wings, the Hydro, I don't even know what that is. You know what? It is between the Black Wings and the Hydro for me. You know what? I'm going to go with the Black Wings, boys. Let's go. We are going to absolutely dummy them in the very first round. Let's go check out the matchups here. But the Red Bull are going to be playing the Black Wings in the very first round. We could play the Capitals in the second round, but let's see if Wayne Gretzky can go all the way yet again carrying this team. So unfortunately, Wayne Gretzky will not be able to carry the Red Bull all the way as we lose in the second round in 5 games to the Foxes, who eventually went on to win the entire league. So I guess that's not bad. But I mean, Wayne Gretzky finally failing. It took him 3 tries to fail, but he did it. Shout out to the Foxes. They are the best team in the Ice Hockey League this year. So Wayne Gretzky for the playoffs is going to end up finishing with 5 goals and 12 points in 9 games. So he wasn't the greatest, but he was not awful. Also, the rest of the team wasn't very good, and we already knew that though. All right, so the next team that Wayne Gretzky will be joining is none other than the Wolfsburg Grizzlies. That is right, boys. Some team in the DEL that I've never heard of, but hopefully Wayne Gretzky can, you know, go all the way and carry them all the way. Why do they have a big ass Volkswagen sign in the middle of their jersey? That's just straight disgusting. Take a good look, boys, because this is what the NHL jerseys are going to look like in like 10 to 20 years. A bunch of ads all over them. And there he is, boys, a 97 overall, just like he's been every other year throughout this video. Obviously on that first line, and this team looks a lot better than than the Red Bulls. There's only a couple of 50 overall players here, and we do have a couple of 70 overall players. So hopefully this team can go all the way and win a Stanley Cup or a DEL Cup. Defensively, not great either. Not bad, though. Only 158 overall. And both of our goalies are going to be over a 70 overall. So we have a very good team here, boys. Let's see if Wayne Gretzky can carry these guys all the way to a DEL Cup. At the end of year number 4, no surprise here, as the Grizzlies Wolfsburg. Why is that backwards? Shouldn't it be the Wolfsburg Grizzlies? Alright, it doesn't matter. Regardless, they're going to finish as the best team in the DEL as they go 38-13-1-4. It was not even close. We were by far and away the best team in the entire league. The Ingolstadt would come in second place, Alder third, Augsburg come in fourth place, and the Iserlohn Roosters are going to come in fifth place. Connor McDavid's former team in Europe, baby. Now for the regular season, oh my god, he scored 100 goddamn goals. Wayne Gretzky is going to by far have his best season of the video so far. 100 goals, 67 assists for 167 points in only 56 games. That is fucking hilarious. That's straight video game numbers. 3 digits on the goals. More goals than he ever scored in the NHL. Jeffrey would come in second place with 58. Jeffrey.
This ain't Jeffrey. This OG Loke, baby. OG Loke.
Laredo came in third place with 49. Button had 36. Murray 34. Foster had 33. What did our goalie do here? 36, 11, and 3. 2 shutouts. Decent stats. Not terrible. I mean, over 900 save percentage. Usually goalies do not simulate that well in this game, so. Now, obviously, it's not going to be close. Wayne Gretzky by far is going to have the most goals and points in the entire DEL, followed by Jeffrey's 58. Street had 57. There's no way this guy's last name is Street. Reimer had 51. Clark 51. McIntyre 50. Laredo was up there. Now for goals, obviously it's not even going to be close. God damn. Second place would be 27 goals. Swarz had 26, Reimer 23, Clark 22, Street had 22, Pieta 21. White was up there, Bast had 20, then it kind of trails off from there. Alright, so here we are, boys. Obviously we're in the playoffs. We were the best team in the league. The Roosters made the playoffs as well, but I mean overall this team should absolutely dominate and win their way to a DEL Cup, I believe it's called. So let's see if Wayne Gretzky can go all the way with the Grizzlies and win a DEL Cup. And just like that, we are in the DEL Finals. The Grizzlies are up against the ERC Ingolstadt, I think their name is. Regardless, let's see if Gretzky can go on and win his 7th Stanley Cup in his entire hockey career. And yet again, Wayne Gretzky is going to carry his team to another European Hockey Championship as the Grizzlies go all the way, defeating the Ingolstadt, I believe their name is, in the DEL Finals in 6 games. It was a back and forth series, but the Volkswagen or the Grizzlies, I don't know why there's that logo there. I really don't know why. And for some reason, Trevor McGinnoa is going to win the Conn Smythe, not Wayne Gretzky. I have no idea who this guy is, but I guess EA Sports is messing with me again. Regardless, Wayne Gretzky is the best player on the team. He probably light the entire playoffs on fire, and there it is, boys. The Stanley Cup yet again being raised for a 3rd time in the video, and here he comes, coming to lift that Stanley Cup for the 7th time in his hockey career. 4 with the Edmonton Oilers, and now 3 with 3 different teams, also 3 different European hockey leagues, as Wayne Gretzky still trying to cement himself as the greatest hockey player of all time. Not just NHL player, but hockey player. So again, for the playoffs, I have no idea how Wayne Gretzky did not win the Conn Smythe. I mean, 26 goals and 56 points. Obviously gonna lead his team in both categories. Laredo had 19, Button 19, Jeffrey 16. Now for the entire playoff run, Gretzky's gonna have the most goals at 26. The next closest would be 8. That is crazy. And obviously the most points as well. The next closest would be 19, then 19, 16, 16, 15. Then it trails off from there. Joe Thornton is in Europe? What the hell? I did not know this. This cannot be right. He's 43 years old. Is Joe Thornton actually playing on the Strabing Tigers in the DEL? Let me know in the comments, boys, if this is actually accurate. My god, man. Played for Florida last season and then just left to go to Europe, I guess. 10 goals, 37 points, 46 games. Not bad at all. And for the final season of the video, Wayne Gretzky will be joining the Vasan Sport of the Liga Hockey League. We did the Extra Liga, and now we're going to do the regular Liga. So at the end of the final season, the Vasan Sport are going to end up finishing 3rd in the entire Liga as they go 30, 16, 8, and 6. Now Wayne Gretzky surprisingly enough, is only going to have 59 goals and 96 points in 60 games in the Liga. Not terrible, but not to his standards, that's for sure. Followed by Carrian's 56, Heshka had 54, Stahlberg 53, kind of falls off from there. Our goalie would end up going 23, 12, and 4, 3 shutouts, not bad stats. The goals against is kind of high, but overall not bad for a 59 overall starting goalie. Yes, Gretzky is going to have the most goals at 59 and the most points at 96, followed by Turan 65, Latera had 62, Hapola 62, Karanin had 56, Runeblad had 56 as well, Heshka was up there, Jolly had 53, and in the very first round of the playoffs, we are going to end up playing the IFK, the 1997. Let's see if Wayne Gretzky can carry this team all the way to a Liga championship for the final season of the video. And just like that, we have made the Liga finals. We are up against the Pelicans, so two bird teams are going to face off against each other. Can the Great One go on and finally complete the challenge, conquering another hockey league in Europe? And yet again, Wayne Gretzky is going to carry his team all the way to the European Hockey Championship as the Vasan Sport are Stanley Cup champions. They beat the Pelicans in 5 games, so it was not even close, boys. Gretzky carried his way there, we already know that. And of course, who else would it be? Wayne Gretzky taking home that Conn Smythe for the Vasan Sport. Again, I don't know why he's number 97. The retired jerseys are off. It should be 99, but I don't know what else to do, boys. And there it is, a Stanley Cup yet again going to Wayne Gretzky for the 8th time in his career. That is crazy. 8 Stanley Cups. And here he comes to lift it yet again for the 4th time in the video, I believe. Yes, so 4 in the NHL, 4 in Europe. Wayne Gretzky is a champion wherever he goes, and now he has cemented himself as the greatest hockey player of all time. Now for the playoffs, Wayne Gretzky is going to finish with 20 goals and 33 points in only 17 games. A very dominant playoff run by him. This guy came in 2nd place, 0 goals but 23 assists. Holy shit. And that is going to do it for this video, boys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And we have done it, boys. We have conquered the entirety of Europe, first with Connor McDavid and now with Wayne Gretzky. I mean, McDavid was a lot more dominant. He won all 5 seasons. Meanwhile, Gretzky only won 4, I believe. He lost one of them. So it's not that big of a difference, but overall, McDavid is better. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.